So day 3 started with a really nice solo ride out into this magnificent plain. The people who were backing me up, Jacques and Pete, couldn't actually find me for a while. I was playing around in some springs and going through a couple of big dips, but we eventually found ourselves in some of the most beautiful mountains that I think I've ever seen in my life. It's massive, like granite boulders, rounded, very much like what you'd expect to see in some kind of caveman movie. It was spectacularly beautiful. In fact, the guide from Wilderness Safaris who was taking us through the area said it's one of the most beautiful places that he knows of along this coast. And so we were very privileged to see that. And once we left that mountain, we kind of go through a whole series of dry riverbeds. So there's always an ascent, like 20-kilometer ascent, and then a 20-kilometer descent with a little bit of flat stuff in between. Mostly sandy, rocky kind of areas. But we're experiencing a lot of wildlife, and it's amazing for us to see that in this driest of dry places there can be so much life. It is vast beyond any kind of description. It is dry beyond any kind of description. I mean, this place hasn't seen a drop of rain for the last 4 years. Can you imagine living in a place that has not seen rain? So we've had the most beautiful places where we could have lunch and just, kind of have some, hydrate and make sure that we are set up properly for the next bit of the journey. But also we came across this horned adder, and it was amazing to see, and actually went for our cameraman Pete, and so it was a beautiful thing to see, and not often do you get the opportunity to see this, so we are incredibly lucky. Coming into the Honib River was one of the highlights, obviously, of day 4. We are 2 days ahead of schedule. My buttocks are taking a massive amount of strain. It's really, I've made a few tough choices or silly choices around my pants that I'm wearing, so I'm taking a lot of strain with that. So hopefully we'll be able to remedy that over the next few days. So phenomenal start to Beyond the Desert Edge expeditions. Now got rid of our fat bikes once and for all. I'm finding that my bike is actually handling very well with its 2.4 tires on, and so we're getting a little bit of distance done. We've been able to get into and out of the Skeleton Coast National Park, and although we're not allowed there, this road or this track that we are following does dip into it every now and then, so we're super stoked about that. But it's also, once again, it's very dry. We found some tamas, which are the Bushman melons, and we tasted one, and they are phenomenally bitter. The last day coming into the Honib River was like about a 16-kilometer downhill, and the Honib River is known for its desert lions, and we had the spectacular chance of actually seeing these lions. So brilliant way to end day 4.